I'm Nathan with Betters Agency. I grew up in construction and I worked in the industry for 17 years, so I know that construction theft is a huge problem. In this video, I'm going to share with you 12 ways to prevent heavy equipment theft. Construction tools and equipment theft has been becoming an increasing problem across the country. While recovery is often rare, these 12 steps will help increase your chances of recovery and help reduce the potential for theft. Step 1. Know why theft happens in the first place. The market for equipment theft is due to several factors. Things like a lack of surveillance on job sites, the ability for thieves to get away from law enforcement easily, the fact that stolen equipment can be sold relatively easily, and that theft sentences are usually not very strong, all contribute to why theft happens. You should be thinking about that. Essentially, what I'm saying is that easy access and resale value are driving factors to equipment theft. If the item can be easily driven and the thief has simple access to it, it's prime for the taking. Step 2 in our plan. Identify your equipment. With worksite equipment, you're not required to have registration or titles. As a business owner, you are cost and time conscious, so it's probably tempting to omit spending the effort to tag equipment with a unique identifier. However, when you fail to mark your equipment, it's nearly impossible for law enforcement to identify it in the event of a theft. Do yourself a favor and mark your equipment. Use your serial numbers, VIN numbers, even numbers that you've made up that are unique for your company. Furthermore, you could even tag each piece that is likely to be stolen and sold on the black market. The time and investment could pay dividends in the long run, plus it'll help you keep better track of your fleet. Step 3. Maintain accurate records of all equipment. On most equipment, serial numbers and VINs are either non-existent or non-standardized. Because of that, a thief can easily clear or change this information. For that reason, it's crucial to capture and keep a secured log of all your equipment's pertinent identifiers. You should also include photos in your records. You need to know that in order for law enforcement to track down your equipment, it's critical that you have the nomenclature of your equipment available with any serial numbers or unique identifiers that you've put on the equipment. Not having this information is a leading cause of why equipment theft recovery rates are so low. On to step 4. Be on the lookout for theft trends nationwide. While you should definitely know exactly what you have in your fleet, it's also important to understand that items trending for theft that make you an easy target. For example, snow removal equipment in Minnesota is more likely to be stolen on a job site in Minnesota than if it's on a job site in Texas. It just makes sense. So step 5, secure your fleet and your work site. Due to the remote settings of most construction work sites and the lack of proper security, thieves are more likely to target construction sites due to the ease of access. Take simple steps to secure your sites. In the long run, you will lose less and you will actually pay less in insurance premium. Here's a few simple tips. Before the site shuts down each evening, arrange the vehicles around in a circle and put your smaller equipment in the middle. This will protect them from visibility from the streets and make it harder for thieves to access if they break in. Tip number 2, see if you can get local law enforcement to patrol the area with greater frequency during off hours, especially if your site is in a high theft area. If your site looks more secure, thieves are less likely to try and break in. Step number 6, use nighttime cameras, motion sensors, and/or light towers. It's 2020, people. The use of technology can not only enhance your business practices, but it very well could save you thousands in theft. Sign up for some wireless security cameras. There are hundreds of products that can record and alert your team if motion is detected. Second, light it up. Having a tower light around your equipment is a great deterrent. You'll just want to be clear that there could be ordinances that prevent excessive light, so make sure to check with your city. Step 7, hire a security guard for after-hours surveillance. It can be costly, but look at it this way. Losing a $500,000 piece of equipment is probably more costly than a private security guard. Also, your insurance agent will love the added protections and might be able to negotiate better rates because you actually have proof you protect your equipment. Step 8. Keep employers up to date on security best practices. Train your employees on best security practices, such as spotting suspicious activity on the premises and identifying people who may not belong. Look for glaring signs like lack of proper safety attire, hard hats, or vests. Move your equipment to a safer location when not working is step number 9 on our list. Let's face it, if you're working in a notoriously rough area, it might be worth the time and the fiscal cost to move your equipment to a safer area at night. While inconvenient, could be worth it. Step 10, then I'm out of fingers. Immediately report all theft to law enforcement as soon as it happens. The moment it comes to your attention, notify police. Late reporting of stolen equipment is the primary reason why so few items are recovered. Swift action equals better results. If you've been a victim of theft, take these actions as soon as possible. If you've entered an item into an equipment tracking system, look for its location with the map feature. Relay that to the police. Step 2, call the authorities and tell them all about the details of the missing vehicle or equipment, such as color, size, model, attachments, last known location, serial numbers that you collected, etc. Provide as much detail as possible. The more information the investigators have to go on, the likelier your machine will be found. Step 3 in that part, inform your insurance agent or company immediately of the theft. This way they can get started right away on your claim. And then step 4, report the theft of your machine to your National Equipment Registry. And then part 11 of our 12-part series, make theft prevention one of your top priorities. Time is money. We're all raised to think that way. Look at it this way. If you can invest an hour of your life in preparing your equipment for theft prevention, you are buying yourself additional time and money in the long run with increased chances of recovery from theft. And then last but not least, step 12, use an anti-theft tracking device. This can be done with the activation of wheel locks, shutoff systems, battery switches, ignition locks, and other hidden deactivation devices. I recommend using a GPS tracking system and on all of your equipment. These can be easily hidden and buy you extra time when it comes to recovering your equipment successfully. Plenty of companies out there such as LoJack, Verizon, CAT, and more all have excellent products to help you manage and track your inventory as well as recover it in the event of a theft. I hope you enjoyed these tips. I apologize it's a pretty casual video, but I thought it to be pretty important to get it out to you as soon as possible. Just remember, the effort you put in on the front side, just like planning your projects, will pay dividends in the backside. Take care, stay safe, and keep your equipment safe.